Job network providers. How to get your client a mining job. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we are doing a video for all the job network providers out there that are looking to try and help get their clients a mining production job. So we're going to run through how we help people get jobs, and we just want to explain to the job network providers how the industry actually works, because there's a lot of people running around not understanding what the client actually needs to get themselves a job. So to first start off with, we're going to come over to the Underground Training website, and in the in the New Starters column, there's a mining job flowchart down here that we're going to have a look at, and this goes through all the different areas of mining that you can get a job, and this is the section that we're going to concentrate on, and this is the section that your client wants to concentrate on, because this is this production mining job. So these are all the full-time jobs that lead to big money mining careers. So you can start off as a nipper on about $90,000 a year on an even time roster, or an underground truck driver on 90 grand on an even time roster. On a 2-in-1 it's just a bit under 120, and you can work your way all the way up to a jumbo operator. And we posted a job ad for a jumbo operator not too long ago that was $350,000 to $410,000 a year. So that gives you an idea of how much money you can make in this range. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you to go into shutdown work or mining construction. The problem with that is that the shutdown work, the jobs aren't full time, they're only part time. You're just going from one shutdown to another. And mining construction, the jobs tend to be fairly short, so 12 to 18 month projects. The other problem with doing mining shutdown and mining construction work is that if you think that you're going to gain any skills in this area that are going to lead to jobs in this area, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. So which jobs are we talking about? We're talking about jobs on all the copper and gold mines around the country. So this is a map of all the copper and gold mines around the country that are looking for people at the moment, and we are going to go through the legislation to have a look at how it all works, so we get more of an understanding of what the employers actually want. This is the mining health and safety mines regulations for 2022 for WA. I'm going through this one. Every mines inspector around the country has got their own version of this. I'm going through the WA one because I know this one the best. So if we come over to the actual work health and safety regs, it's in Division 6, and it goes through what you have to do with your workers on site. And it basically says that, you know, when you get a person on site, that you have to train them up, you have to supply all the PPE, you have to make sure that they know what's going on, and which is really good. They changed the laws to this sort of framework at the end of '94, just after I first started, and in effect it made the owners of the mines and their representatives and the people in statutory positions directly responsible for everybody that's on the mine site. And this included training as well. And so this is why there's a lot of confusion out there with getting equipment tickets for mining and what the actual mining companies want. Because as you'll see as we scroll through and we go through site induction for new workers. So the mine operator of a mine must ensure that before a worker commences work at the mine, the worker is given information, training, instruction on general mining operations, systems of work, safety procedures and tasks required for the mine worker. So basically what that says is that every mining job that you go to, the person that hires you has to sit you down and show you exactly how they want the job done, no matter how much experience you've got in the past. And it means that the inductions that you end up doing, instead of taking half a day like on a construction site or a factory floor or something like that, with the inductions that we do on mine sites, it ends up taking a week to 3 weeks depending on the company, because it doesn't matter how much experience you've got, they've got to show you, they've got to put you through it all again. And that's why there's nobody in any of the job ads around. And so we're going to come over and have a look at the job ads now. So if you type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up. And if you just click on any one of these jobs, you'll see that this is an underground truck operator in WA. You'll see that nobody's looking for an R2 truck operation ticket. Nobody's looking for anything like that. Nobody's looking for a Cert 3 in hard rock underground mining, because you can't use it because of the regulations. They have to do all their own on-site equipment tickets, on-site procedures, on-site inductions. And when you move site, you have to redo everything on the new site that you go to. It's a ginormous pain in the ass, but it's made the industry a lot safer over the years. So what they want is they want some experience. They want you to know that you know how the underground truck works and how it all goes, and we'll show you how the training does all that for you, and have a sound understanding of machinery, a valid manual driver's license. You don't need a HR truck driver license for any of these underground truck jobs. You just need a manual car license. They like you to have a 1 day working at heights. It's desirable. So is a dangerous goods card and a senior first aid. But that's all you need. You don't need any equipment tickets. You don't need any Cert 3s in Hard Rock Underground. Like I said, nobody can use them. It's one of the reasons why we wrote the training as supervisors back in the day. We wanted people to be able to do something that would teach them how it all worked. Because all of the employers have to issue their own on-site equipment tickets and procedures, there's been no impetus for them to do any formal training, and that's why there isn't any formal training around, and that's why we did ours back in the day. And if you scroll down here, you can click on these links and it takes you to the PDF that actually shows you what you're going to learn. And when they ask for experience, this is the stuff that they want your client to know. In the reality of the situation, it only takes a couple of weeks to teach your client how to drive the truck. What everybody struggles with is learning enough so they can be left alone by themselves. And that's what this is all about. Teaching you the whole mining cycle so you know what everybody does. Teaching you all the jobs on site so you know what everybody does. Scaling, watering down. We go through the whole lot. In NIPA and other important duties, we go through the general mining information that your client's going to need to know to make it all work for themselves. And then if you come over to the truck course, we teach you everything that they teach you on the surface, that they'd normally teach you as part of it, but we also go through all the stuff that your client would be shown by their buddy down the hole learning the job. Because one of the biggest problems that the employers have got is that with the gold price and the copper price being really high at the moment, and all these mines around the country screaming for people, safety and training don't end up doing a lot of training. They end up doing a lot of paperwork, so you get a buddy to show you how to do the job. And sometimes you can be left in the lap of the gods with how good the buddy is. So if you can walk into the interview and you can talk to them about refuge chambers and stench gas and cap lamp signals and everything else that you're going to learn in this course, it puts your client 6 to 8 weeks ahead of everybody else that's looking for these jobs. And that's how you're going to help your client get a job. But it's not a tick and flick course. It's an old-fashioned study course. They've got to learn the information for them to have a reasonable shot at getting a job. But if they do, they've got something to offer them. We've got full instructions on how to redo your client's resume in the mining training seminar, so you can do that. If you want your client to get some help from a shift boss like myself, you can sign them up for the Work Ready package. This comes with a full resume service, so you can get somebody to do their resume for them. We do a 3-step plan package as well that you can do that comes with a resume service for $8.25, and that could be a good compromise if your client's learnt the mining information but you want the resume done for them. But the best way into the industry and the easiest way into the industry is for your client to learn all the mining information. And as we've gone through with the inspectorate, all the companies have to do all the on-site training, so we're the only non-company training provider that can give you all this information that they need you to know. The only other way for your client to learn it is to get a job. So this is the way in for your client to get a mining production role. They're the roles that everybody are after. They're full-time roles. The 2-in-1 jobs, like I said, they're paying about $120,000 a year for an even time roster. For a 2-in-1 roster. For an even time roster, they're paying about $90,000 a year. And on an even time roster, you only work 23 weeks of the year, because you've got 20 days annual leave and 10 days sick leave as well. But if you're a job network provider and your client wants to get a mining job, this is where all the mining jobs are, and this is how you're going to be able to get yourself a mining job. There's lots of resources on this page as well that you can go and look through to look at videos about how it all works. But the best way to the industry is to sign them up for the training, teach them how it all, make sure that they learn how it all works, make the changes to the resume, and you can come over to our mining jobs to apply for page, where we load up all the jobs we think you should be applying for, or your client should be applying for from around the country, and apply away. And you can have a look on our Wall of Fame page to see all the people that have gotten jobs. There's lots of people that have gotten jobs. The Wall of Fame page is down here. It's just a matter of giving the employers what they want, and that's somebody that knows how their mine works. So I hope you found that information information helpful, and if you're a client of a job network provider, you can show them this video to explain to them how the formal qualifications don't work and how this is the course that's actually going to get you a job, because it's going to give you that information that's going to put you 6 to 8 weeks ahead of everybody else that is going for this work. And yeah, it's the best way in. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask about the industry, please send them through, and if you could share this video around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.